Hi guys, welcome back to Elite Tech Media Alternative. Okay, so today I'll be talking about different CPU sockets and motherboard sockets. Like you see this thing a lot online. Like okay, what's better, X79, X99, Z97? It really all depends on what you want to do. Like I personally run X79 platform right now. Like I think it's Rampage 4 Black Edition, Intel 3820, no K edition. 16 gig of memory, like Nvidia 970 G1 game from Gigabyte, which is absolute rubbish. Excuse me. The fan is so loud, it's crazy. I messaged Gigabyte 6 months ago 3 times. They never replied back to me, never at all. I will never in my life buy Gigabyte again. But anyway, really the answer is depends what you're doing. If you're a hardcore gamer, I reckon then go with X99. If you game occasionally here and there, blah blah blah, then I recommend you go on Z97 if you really wanna get those extra features like M.2 and extra PCI lane slots compared to X79. In my opinion, X79 is still a good platform. It's still gonna be a good platform into maybe end of 2016. Maybe I think it's gonna be time to upgrade at end of 2016 because my platform is still pushing. Like I do get a bit of glitch here and there. It depends on the games that I play, like Skyrim if it's modded or Grand Theft Auto 5. But besides that, it's still a good it's still a good platform. Like it was enthusiast platform. Like I remember when I first bought it, when it first came out. Jesus, spent a lot of money on it. I think I spent $5,000 on the system then with SLI 680s. It was, but even now 680s will still kick ass in some of the games, But anyway, let's look at this interesting article. It's called 4K Showdown. 4K Showdown Intel X79 versus X99 with Asus GeForce 980 4GB Quad SLI. Quad SLI is the biggest waste of money. Period. There's no even need to talk about that. And they do have this is a really good it's actually a really good article. But let's jump into the benchmarks right away. So we start off with 3D Mark. Alright, as we can see here. So let's stop for a bit and let's take a look at the bench test bench of X99. It's i7-5960X. Why fucking detecting this one, but doesn't matter. 4.6 GHz Asus GTX 980 4-way SLI. Let me have a look at okay, here. Sorry guys, I haven't seen this one. Alright, so CPU 5960X and this for X99. For X79 it's 4960X, which is a killer. Video card is 980 4 gig. Motherboards for X99 is Rampage 5 Extreme. For X79 is Rampage 4 Extreme. Storage Corsair 200 gig SSD. Corsair 100 blah blah blah. Anyway, it's a pretty busy system. Period. Like let's take a look at this. The 60 frames. This pretty much explained to success. There's no really need to talk about that. Alright, let's jump into the benchmarks. 3D Mark first. Alright. So as you can take a look, performance, right? This is 3D Mark 11 performance. The difference here, maybe extra 3 frames per second really here, on X99 platform. So which is kind of fucking nothing really fancy, 3D Mark Firestrike. We can see here the difference is maybe 3 frames here and there. Nothing really too moving into like Firestrike. You can see the same kind of performance difference as we saw on the 3D Mark 11, which is I kind of think that you see the high resolution doesn't really matter. It's almost the same, moving on through Eugene Heaven benchmark. As we can see here, look, the difference is so fucking small, This is like not much to see here. Like it's so true. Like look, you can't even. It's a 4K resolution. Bear in mind, Okay, Fantasy Star Star Online 2. It's all 4K actually. So look, the difference here, fucking 1 frame extra doesn't really make a difference. It's overall not a huge performance. You guys not really the one to convince you to spend money going to X99. Moving on, Lost Planet Just Cause 2. As we can see here, look, the difference is so small. Jesus Christ, look at that. Play Lost 2 is again one of all the benchmarks looking above, though you can see that the difference is just 4 frames per second. Like, this is just ridiculous. Look at that. Even X79 is beating fucking X99 on this one, but 3 frames on Just Cause 2. Alright, moving on to Metro Last Night, and I don't know, what game is this one? I don't know, I don't play this shit. Alright, so here, look, Metro Last Night, the difference, fucking 1 frame difference. Unbelievable. Metro Last Night is ultimately VRAM limited, as in this Metro resolution. Not only we do not see much change as far as the FPS numbers go, but the difference between 2-way and 4-way GTX 9 performance was pretty much nothing, as all three setups bounced off the slow 50 FPS range, a number that's ultimately too low to be playable. This game is actually killer, like Metro Last Night. Alright, moving on to this one here. As we can see here, look, the difference is huge. Like, X99 is just leaving this in the fucking garbage. But I don't know. You see, like, the game is optimized to use of extra processing features that are on offer here. Something that most games can do. You know what I mean? So that's really pretty much a conclusion to me. Anyway, Benchmark Sniper 2 Elites and Sleeping Dogs. Moving on. As we can see here, the difference is the same. Exactly. I remember playing this game. It's a real fucking killer. Alright, look at the difference is the same, really. The same. Looking above, you can see the Sniper 2 Elite, number of identical both setups. Not a single FPS separating them. See, like, this is pretty much summing up our performance seen those so far in the massive 4K resolution X79 X versus X99. Sleeping Dogs. The difference here in performance is roughly around what? 16 frames per second, really, on and off. Yeah. Oh, I'm moving on to Hitman Absorption and Tomb Raider. Moving on to here, as we can see, yeah, the difference here is it's quite big actually. Yeah, it's like 10% here, and like 5% here. See, like, it's really not you can't. This is the thing. This is the people that understand. They can see these numbers and they're already sold on the setup. These guys will not. It's been shit. You can't really tell that in real life. You know. Alright, moving on to Tomb Raider. Look at that. Like, the difference, like 3 frames. You know, Battlefield 4. I'm looking forward to this one actually. Battlefield 4. Whoa, leaving this in the water, my friends. X79 killing Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4, buddies. It's AAA title, my friends. Okay, so yeah. You see, both setups manage actually to push some really strong frames per second in this massive resolution. On Battlefield 4, this is impressive, because this game is demanding as fuck. Grid Auto Sport, in a difference, like X79 still beastie here. You know, anyway, high quality in AAs and AFs. See, like, there's not really a difference, like one frame difference, you know, like 2 frames here. Sleeping Dogs, like, you know. Okay, power consumption. Okay, this is, you know. Alright, let's have a look. Like, you see, it's much better on power. Like, X79 is actually optimized to be much more power efficient than. But then still, it's like 40 volts difference. It's fucking pussy smoke. You know what I mean? Like, nothing really. See, like, as I can say, we are not quite sure that it will be enough to get you to upgrade over at X79. See, I'm having X79 platform right now running, and I'm really going forward, and like, I'm kind of trying to force myself to upgrade to X99. But really, I don't think there's actually a need. You know, final thoughts. You know, like. Actually, nobody's going to deny the X79 is more powerful. However, the CPU plays a key part. It manages to outperform X79 setup without an issue. The problem is the CPU tends to only play such an important part in gaming situation when the resolution is quite low. In this case, it's seen under 3D Mark 11, 3D Mark Firestrike, when we benchmark at the standard low resolution settings. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really set on looking at the performance of three cards, I think the one of the best setups would be the GTX 970 4GB model alone holds fantastic value, and with 3-way being a maximum for that card, you don't need to worry much about throwing fourth card in the mix. When it comes to new NVIDIA Maxwell setups, it looks like 2-way GTX 980 or 3-way GTX 970 will be the perfect place to be, as we saw today. An X79 or X99 setup will support them just fine, basically equal performance between both of them into platforms, right? As you can see here, there's really no need to upgrade, like, unless you really want to go for something fresh so you can feel better about yourself, fucking go. But I personally think that you can still push with X79. Overclock the CPU, even you can even buy the high-end Extreme Edition X79 CPU right now for really cheap. Give it a shot, but I think save money instead of spending on a whole new system. Upgrade only the GPU and the computer screen. If you buy, example, Titan X or 980 Ti, there's no point of having 1080p screen because you're not gonna utilize all the power that the GPU has to offer. This people don't realize. You know, if you get the 980 Ti or Titan X, get a fucking better screen, 1444p, excuse me, that you're able to utilize all the power that these cards have to offer. Otherwise, for 1080p, 970, 980, and AMD 30X, 380X or whatever it's called. I'm not really AMD sort of a dude. Perfect. You know, no need to waste thousands of dollars on upgrading. Just save money, get X79. Beautiful. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and like for more. Thank you.